Hey guys, Jeremy Middle Tennessee Firearms Training, out on the range doing a little bit of work, talking about what targets should you use when you go to the range to practice. What kind of targets should you use? Big targets, little targets, full body silhouette. Y'all have seen those ones I'm talking about. They're even bigger than this guy here where they like take up the whole page. They take up the whole page and the bullseye is like right down in the abdominal area. Yeah, you've seen those. A lot of indoor ranges use those. A lot of ranges that want cheap targets. Those are probably some of the cheapest ones on the market. And really, I can give you a few tips on targets you can use. So when I first started training for IDPA, paper plates, I could go get the cheapest pack of paper plates. I'm talking the super thin paper plates that were what, 5 inches across, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I could simply put one of those in the center of a piece of paper, and that was my A zone. That's what I could start training for. That was roughly the size of some IDPA or USPSA size targets. Those were great. What you see here, other targets that you can get online that have smaller targets, not the full body silhouettes. You see this one here, different shapes. What have I done here? I've got 1-inch pasters. Now some of y'all are like, what the heck would you be doing with 1-inch pasters? That's just torture. Well, they do have things called dot torture. I like to do trigger isolation drills on said pasters. I'll do a couple for you here just to kind of give you an idea. Let's back it up here, show you what I'm talking about. But I'll do some simple isolation drills of just trigger at 3 yards on 1-inch pasters. So I'll start, way I would start it is usually I start with the non-dominant, or the, the dominant hand here. And I'm just looking for good, consistent trigger presses on a 1-inch paster. There's 4. And I'm burning the edge of it. I'm probably camera shy, that's what that is. But that's what I work on at 3 yards. And then I would do something like that with the non-dominant hand again. Same kind of thing with the non-dominant hand. Only I would probably increase the round count. I would probably do 10 to 15 rounds with each hand, and would make sure that I'm good and comfortable with what we are doing. There's 5, and gosh, outside of 1, I'm really pleased with there. That happens sometimes, but again, that's what we're kind of looking for there. And then after you've done that a few times, simply join both hands together for your good master grip. Check a round count here. I'm only going to get 3, so without reloading. So there's 3 gone. We're not going to put an empty gun away because we want to find the gun in the condition we want it to be in. So that's more like it. That's what you're looking for. Good trigger isolation drill. I like that. And again, I like using different numbers, things like that, because I can set stuff up to do and set myself up to do different kinds of target transitions, or just have different size targets to work. And I would work those from 3, 5, and 7, sometimes out to 10 yards if I'm at an indoor range. That's probably the best I can really do at 10 yards, because some of the lighting in indoor ranges suck. That's just the nature of the beast. But if I'm out here on my own range, I work back 15, 20, and 25 yards on different size targets. You know what? I'm tempted. All right, let's do it. I'm risking ruining the whole video here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to 15 yards, and we're going to shoot high center box here. It's just a 6-inch box, and y'all are going to join me for this. We'll be back to the 15-yard line. Let's make sure we are good there. And here we go. And I may just do like 5 to 10 rounds, whatever feels good. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to work from the holster draw on this. So we're still getting a good holster draw rep and pressing to target, not this casual, get the gun out, have the gun out. Okay, I'm ready. All right, let's go. So let's work through the whole holster draw and let's work off, let's say 5 rounds. All right. Other than my very first shot where I felt it as soon as I did it, everything else is golden. Let's go down there and look at it. As soon as I pulled the trigger on the very first shot, I went, ooh, that's high. And sure enough, there it is, high. But everything else, solid. We've got our 4 in, and we've got our 1 high. So, all this to say, pick your targets wisely. Don't cheat yourself. Don't try to fool yourself into thinking that you're good to go because you've chosen one of those big silhouettes with the bullseye down here in the stomach area, because really what you're training yourself to do with that bullseye area, if you're training on this all the time, that's what you're training and practicing yourself, making yourself do in the high stress situation. The high stress situation where you have that adrenaline dump and you need to stop a threat that is imminent, that is going to inflict harm or kill you or a loved one or a friend, whatever. If you need them to stop, the fastest way to cause them to stop is high center mass, that center chest cavity real high up and tight on that. Not down here. You're just going to piss them off if you do this down here. So, be careful what target you train on. Hold yourself to higher standards, guys. Train on small targets. Train to hit smaller targets. You will be better for it in the long run, I promise. The old saying from old Mel Gibson, the Patriot. What does he like to say? Aim small, miss small. Yeah. Real life stuff to that. And then give yourself just like, write down a combination on some cards, flip the card over, and it'll say something like 2, 1, 3. Okay, flip the card over, 2, 1, 3. 2, 2, 2. So you're hitting 2 shots in each one. Just different drills like that, that you can actually make your dollars go further on the ammo you spent, getting better reps, and the paper will last longer than you just shooting out the gut of that target. Put stickers. Take 1-inch pasters or take some 2 and 3-inch circles, stickies, whatever, and paste them over those targets and say, this is what I need to be shooting at, not this ginormous silhouette, right? Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Help us to continue to grow the channel. I know there's a ton of content out there, and we appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch and listen to ours. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Jeremy Military Firearms Training, educate, train, defend. Hope to see you on the range soon.